Hello everyone, this is my second video. I'm doing this on my lunch break so you can see it and learn. We are going to be doing the same thing we normally would be doing. I'm going to read 2 books today, and we're also going to do one project, a monster. Maybe say, wait a second, we did a monster last week, and that's correct. When we do a monster, it gives us an added ability for creative freedom, okay? I'm going to show you different ways to do different things. We're going to be using shape, and we're going to be using color. We even have a book about color. We're going to be reading 2 books today, and I'm going to be talking about scissor safety, and I will also be talking about properly using the glue again. All right? Why? Because if we keep doing it, we'll get it down. Okay, the first book is called Harold and the Purple Crayon. One evening, after thinking it over for some time, Harold decided to go for a walk in the moonlight. There wasn't any moon, and Harold needed a moon for a walk in the moonlight. And he needed something to walk on. He made a long, straight path so he wouldn't get lost, and he set off on his walk, taking his big purple crayon with him. But he didn't seem to be getting anywhere on the long, straight path, so he left the path for a shortcut across a field. And the moon went with him. The shortcut led right to where Harold thought a forest ought to be. He didn't want to get lost in the woods, so he made a very small forest. It turned out to be an apple tree. The apples would be very tasty, Harold thought, when they got red. So he put a frightening dragon under the tree to guard the apples. It was a terribly frightening dragon. Roar. It even frightened Harold. He backed away, his hand holding the purple crayon shook. Suddenly he realized what was happening, but by then Harold was over his head in an ocean. He came up thinking fast, and in no time he was climbing aboard a trim little boat. He quickly set sail, and the moon sailed along with him. After he had sailed long enough, Harold made land without much trouble. He stepped ashore on the beach, wondering where he was. The sandy beach reminded Harold of picnics, and the thought of picnics made him hungry. So he laid out a nice, simple picnic lunch. There was nothing but pie, but there were all 9 kinds of pie that Harold liked best. Okay, you can tell me what kind of pies you can name. What are your favorite pies? Okay, I'm going to go through the list. Are you ready? Okay, there's apple pie. There's pear. There's a peach pie. There's a crumble pie. There's a key lime pie. A lemon meringue pie. There is a blueberry pie. A boysenberry pie. A raspberry pie. A huckleberry pie. There is a rhubarb pie. A pumpkin pie. There is a chocolate pie like a chocolate mousse pie. And what else? There is A banana cream pie. There's also meat pies, like a minced meat pie, or a chicken pot pie. With chicken pot pie, there was actually chicken pot pie day a few days ago. Pretty interesting, right? And then you have other pies that you don't want to eat, something like a mud pie. Those are the ones I can remember right now. If you could think of any, you can send it in with your picture today. Remember, you have all week. You actually have until the end of the marking period to send a picture in. When Harold finished his picnic, there was quite a lot left. He hated to see so much delicious pie go to waste. So Harold left a very hungry moose and a deserving porcupine to finish it up, and off he went, looking for a hill to climb to see where he was. It's a skinny moose. Now, I actually saw a moose in the wild, but I never saw a porcupine in the wild. I actually went to the zoo to see a porcupine. Harold knew that the higher up he went, the further he could see, so he decided to make the hill into a mountain. If he went high enough, he thought, he could see the window of his bedroom. He was tired, and he felt he ought to be getting to his bed. He hoped he could see his bedroom window from the top of the mountain. But as he looked down over the other side, he slipped, and there wasn't any other side of the mountain. He was falling in thin air. But luckily, he kept his wits and his purple crayon. He made a balloon, and he grabbed onto it, and he made a basket under the balloon, big enough to stand in. He had a fine view from the balloon, but he couldn't see his window. He couldn't even see a house. So he made a house with windows. And he landed the balloon on the grass in the front yard. Grass is similar to some of the grass that we were making. We might have time to make some grass in our picture today. None of the windows was his window. He tried to think where his window ought to be. He made some more windows. He made a big building full of windows. He made lots of buildings full of windows. He made a whole city full of windows, but none of the windows was his window. He couldn't think where it might be. It's a lot of rectangles and squares. He decided to ask a police officer. The police officer pointed the way Harold was going anyway, but Harold thanked him. And he walked along with the moon, wishing he was in his room and in bed. Then suddenly, Harold remembered. He remembered where his bedroom window was when there was a moon. It was always right around the moon. And then Harold made his bed. He got in it and he drew up the covers. The purple crayon dropped on the floor and Harold dropped off to sleep. The end. You see, clap. We're going to do the regular clap. All right, we're going to do a sign language clap. Yeah, we're going to do a clap behind the head. And a round of applause. We could do the alligator clap. Or the shark clap. They're the same. One-handed clap. Really hard to do. And we already did the snaps. If you can't snap, that's okay. Give it a try and go like this. Thumbs up. Very nice. All right, we're going to work with a few things. I'm going to want you to get things ready for later. You're going to need paper, something to draw on. I have a clipboard. You can use the back of a book, or you can use the table that you're working on. You know, if there's a nice table, kitchen table, dining room table, coffee table, end table. If there's something flat in front of you, you can use that, especially if you're just using crayons. If you have to use colored pencils or markers, that's all right. I don't want you to use markers at a certain point. So if you do have crayons, please find them. And we are going to use them. And if you have a pencil, we're going to need that later on, all right, when we're making our monster. In the meantime, I'm going to talk about glue and glue safety. It's more like staying clean when we're using glue. I'm going to use the white glue first. Okay, when we're ready for the glue, we just twist it till the orange is off of the white cap like this. I could even take off some of that crusty on top, so now it's ready to go. Okay, that's really just dried glue. Okay, I want you to repeat after me. 1 dot holds a lot. I didn't hear everybody. 1 dot holds a lot. That's better. Okay, so I will tell you how much glue we will need if we when we start using glue. All right, I'll tell you if you need 3 dots or 8 dots. Usually we don't not going to need 8 dots, but you don't need to draw a line with the glue. Okay, when using it, you're just going to tip it over. Whoop, and that's 1 dot. When we're finished, we just twist it shut, just like that. You could wipe the tip off. Ugh, which means sometimes I get glue on my fingers, which is okay. Let me see you clean your fingers. That's right, rub those fingers together. Even peel the extra off. Ugh. And now if you want, you can use some hand sanitizer. Oh, let me show you how to get it off your palms, just in case. If it gets on your palms, your hands, rub them together until it gets warm. Very good. And you just peel off the extra stuff and throw it away. All right. Now, we don't need warm water and soap because we can use hand sanitizer. All right. The way I do it is quickly. I say the ABCs while doing it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Ta-da! Good job. If you want to, you can do it with me. If you have any hand sanitizer nearby, that is. Okay? All right. So right now, you're going to need white paper, or you can use notebook paper and fold it over. I don't mind if there's lines in it. I don't mind if it's still in your notebook. You could use a composition book, or I like the spiral because it can get the paper to flip all the way around. And you'll need crayon colors today. All right. All right, so you're going to hold your paper this direction. Remember what that's called? Some say landscape. I call it horizontal. Say it with me. Horizontal. Good job. All right, we're going to get our first color. Shout it out when you see it. That's right. Red. We're going to go in the top corner right over here and draw our first red shape. Similar to last week, it's actually the same size of a golf ball. What shape is it? That's right, a circle. We're going to color that circle in just like this. I'm using the back of the crayon to color it in lightly. So this way it kind of looks like there's 2 different shades. There's the light shade and the dark. All right, we're going to put red away. I'm going to get the next color. Shout it out when you see it. Brown. All right. We're going to make a brown three-sided shape. Okay, do you remember what that's called? A triangle. We're going to draw a line over here and then a line going straight up. Okay, we're going to make a right triangle this time. Okay, see how it goes? Just like that. That's our right triangle. I was missing a side. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're going to color that in. Now, if you want to, you can use the tip to color it in. Just do it lightly. To do it lightly, I hold it pretty far back. You can even hold it probably in the middle and do it really light. Very nice. It's so light you can hardly see it, and that's really cool because it shows that there's two different colors even though it's the same crayon. We have light brown and dark brown lines for our triangle. Next color I'm going to get, shout it out, blue. All right. Now I do believe last time we made an oval going this way. So we're going to do it going up and down or vertical. Say vertical. It's like a squished circle. And I'm going to use the back again to color it in. Now, it's not easy to do it with the blue or with the back because sometimes you make a mistake. Oops. But that's all right. We celebrate our mistakes, and I'm not going to make it worse, and I'm not going to scribble over it because that would make a big old scribble on the side of it. There is a way you could fix it if you want. Just go bigger all the way around. See? Pretty cool, right? Turn a mistake into a masterpiece. Next color, shout it out when you see it. That's right, green. With green, we're going to make a square. Okay? How many sides does a square have? That's right, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're going to draw a line next to the oval. And then we put 2 sides going up. And then we put a line going across. Uh-oh, that's more of a rectangle. Let me show you how you can fix something like that. It looks like these 2 ends need to go up a little bit higher. So we're going to do that. And then add a lid. It actually looks like a gift or a box to a 3D box almost that you can climb inside. We're now going to color inside of that. Happy square. Happy green calm square. Very nice. We get to put our crayon away. See you later. Now, I'm going to get this color. It's kind of hard to see. That's purple. Mauvelous. They could just say mauve. But mauvelous it is with Crayola. So we have our 4 shapes. We need to have our 5th shape before we start doing our fancy shapes. What's the other shape going to be? It's similar to this 4-sided square, but it's not the square. It's got 2 longer sides. That's right. If you shouted out rectangle, you can give yourself a pat on the back. We're going to draw a rectangle. I like to start with a side. You could even line it up right next to your square. Then I put the bottom on. Kind of looks like a letter L with a really long bottom part to it. I'm going to put the other side up. Kind of looks like a fish tank, a big fish tank. Then we're going to put the roof on, the lid, the ceiling, so it looks like a brick. Now I'm going to use the back to color it in. I want to preserve the point of my crayon, so that's why I'm using the back of my crayon. And I also want to do it lightly so I have two different shades of marvelous. All right, now we get to do the tricky things. Like last week, we're going to try to do, you could use pink if you have it. If you don't have pink, I'm going to show you how you can do a red heart. Okay, red can be used to make pink, but I'll show you. We're going to go under here. Remember, if you ran out of room over here, it's okay to go down there and do something. You just want to leave a little bit of room all the way down here for a few different colors in a little bit. Okay, so the way I do it is I start by making a letter C pointing down. Okay, and then I'm going to do the opposite on the other side. Okay, it's going to kind of look like a question mark on the other side. Kind of. You'll see mine's not perfect, but that's okay. We celebrate our imperfections. Now, you're going to use your red crayon, if you don't have a pink, to color it really light. So I'm going really far back on my crayon. The further back you go, the lighter it might even be on your paper. See that? It's so light, but you can kind of see the pink to it. Now, pick any color you want. Wow, some of you might have picked this color. That's right, blue. All right, so about here, we're going to make a four-sided trapezoid. Say it with me. Trapezoid. All right, we draw a line for the base. And then we go up, almost like we're going to make a triangle, but we're not going to go to the top because we need to make a four-sided shape. So you go up on the sides like this. There we go. And then you connect the two to make it look like that. And then you can color it in lightly. Like so. Say it again. Trapezoid. Put our crayon back in our box, our bin, our bag, our box. Yeah, our box. And now we get to learn about scissors again. You get to hear my awesome song after we know how to hold our scissor. So, some just have two hoops. Mine has a circle and an oval. I'm going to put my thumb in the top one and point it away from myself. Okay, once again, you shouldn't be doing it like this. No. Okay, you don't need your scissors right now, so if you got your scissors out, you can put them away. I'm just showing you how when we get to class, we are going to be using our scissor safety, okay? If you want to with an adult, you can practice after class, all right? Make sure there's an adult there. We don't want to point scissors at friends, family, or our face. All right. So you're cutting away from yourself like this. And when you cut to make a curve, you do not point it towards yourself. No, no, no. You turn the paper. Yes, yes, yes. Watch this. Check that out. Did some fun curves, almost a circle at the end, all by cutting straight forward. Are you ready for our song? Okay. Scissors are for cutting paper. 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 Your turn. Scissors are for cutting paper. Let me hear it. Scissors are for cutting paper. Let me see it. Scissors are for cutting paper. Try to wink. Scissors are for cutting paper. Relax. All right. So, we know scissors, scissor safety, glue. Now, we're going to do some color mixing. All right. But first, let's do our finger exercises. Get those fingers out. Wiggle, wiggle, kind of like you're putting a magic spell on me. Very nice. Now, we're going to touch our thumb to our index finger. And now our thumb is going to go to our tall finger. Now our thumb is going to go to the ring finger. And now to the little finger. Let's roll those thumbs forward and backwards. Very good. We're going to scrunch our fingers, kind of like we're crunching a piece of paper. Very good. Now we're going to roll our wrists forward and backwards. And my favorite part, shaking it out. Shake those hands. I like to shake my head a little bit too. And stop. Very nice. Now we can get our paper. We're going to get 3 of our teacher's favorite colors. What color are these? That's right. We have blue, yellow, and red, but they're also called the primary colors. I may have said it once or twice already in previous classes. Say primary colors. Very good. Now, if you have colored pencils, you can feel free to use them. They will work a little better than crayons. Do not use these markers, okay? If you have markers only, do not use the markers at all. You'll get your yellow marker dirty, really is what it is. So you don't want to ruin your yellow marker or any other markers. So please do not try to color with markers. You use a crayon. If you don't have any kind of material to color with, you can just play along and tell me, what color is this one we're starting with? Very good, yellow. So somewhere down here, we're going to use yellow. Color it in. We're going to use it kind of dark. Kind of looks like a sun. And then we're going to mix yellow with blue lightly. We're going to use the back of the blue. Yellow and blue makes, that's right, green. Now we have blue. We're going to keep the blue out. We're going to do blue circle lightly. We're going to get red and do the back lightly. Blue and red makes purple. And the last one, we're going to put that down. We're going to get the yellow again. We're going to use a yellow circle over here, kind of light. That's all right. Mine's dark. That's okay. So you can see it. Okay, red is the next one. Use the back of that lightly. So yellow and red, when they're mixed, makes orange. Great job, everybody. Let me see a thumbs up. Now, if you have a white crayon, you could try to do this with me. You need a white crayon and a black crayon. What does black and white make? Gray. Normally, we would be making mixing paints together, and it really comes out beautiful. We mix white and black, we get a gray elephant, and we'd have a bookmark at the same time. But since we're not in school, we're going to try it with our crayons only if we have it. Remember, not all sets have white, and that's okay. I'm going to start with the white and put it next to, well, over here somewhere. Can't even tell that I did anything. It's like a polar bear in a snowstorm. Remember last week's book? Now, on top of it, I'm going to use the black crayon, but lightly, very gentle. So black and white makes gray. Look at the color black next to it. Very nice. Kind of looks like a 10. Great job, everybody. Now I'm going to read another book, and we're going to make our very own monster. This is called The Color Monster. It's a pop-up book of feelings by Anna Lianis. This is my friend the Color Monster. Today he's feeling all mixed up, but he doesn't understand why. Look at you, monster. You're a mess. You've jumbled up all of your emotions and all of your colors, too. I know, you can separate your feelings and put each one into its own jar. If you'd like, I can help you. This is happiness. It shines yellow like the sun and twinkles like the stars. When you're happy, you laugh, jump, dance, and play. You want to share the feelings with everyone. This is sadness. It's gentle and blue like a rainy day. When you're sad, you might want to cry or be alone, and that's okay. This is anger. It blazes bright red. When you're angry, you want to stomp and roar and shout. It's not fair. Not fair. This is fear. It hides in the black shadows. When you're afraid, you feel tiny and helpless. Fear makes it hard to be brave. You look scared in there. This is calm. It's as light as a green leaf floating in the wind. When you're calm, you breathe slowly and deeply. You feel at peace. Breathe in through your nose with me, and out through your mouth. All your feelings are in the right place now, see? They are easier to understand when they're not all mixed together. Okay, what color is that? That's right, blue. What color is this one? Correct. Red. What color is this one? Black. What color is this? Green. And what color is this guy? Yellow. But wait, there's one more feeling left over. What could it be? That's right. Pink for love. The end. Very nice. 2 thumbs up. You can wink. And if you can't wink, go like this. Great job, everybody. We're going to try to create our own monster. He's not going to look quite like the Color Monster because, believe it or not, the Color Monster looks like Love Monster from last week. So we're going to create a different monster altogether, which is great. We're going to use the back of our paper, back of your notebook. So I have it like this. I'm going to flip it over and hold it upright like a magazine, a book, or a building. We call this vertical. Say vertical. That's right. All right. We're going to get our trusty black crayon, my favorite. And we're going to start by trying to trace something. All right. Use this time to get something to trace. I have a cup here. All right. You can get a cup. You can get the bottom of a box. A small crayon box would fit on the paper real nice. You just do it flat on there. If you have an adult next to you, you might want to be able to use their mobile device, their cell phone. Okay, you can use something like this. to trace, and it doesn't have to be a normal shape of something. Probably trace something like this. That would be really fun. It looks like a temperature taker, but it's not. It's a toy drill. Or some of you might have something like this. Definitely trace that, as long as it fits on top of the paper. And if it's a small thing that you're going to trace, we're going to put the eyes on top of it. Okay, so I hope I gave you enough time. You're going to stick your shape somewhere in the middle. Use your black crayon and trace all the way around. All right. I have a circle for mine. Now I'm going to add legs. Here's a way you can trace legs using the crayons that you have already. You just put them down like this. And you trace around a crayon. It's a crayon tracing a crayon. What? Very cool. So now we have 2 legs. Now we get to add the eyes. In our others, we had circle eyes. You could add circle eyes on top of your monster if you have a small shape that you traced. Or you can make oval eyes. Mine look like an egg, kind of like an emoji. Now I'm going to have my black dots looking up. Remember what those are called? Say pupils. And I'm going to make them scary looking, so I'm going to do, well, you know what? I can do a smile almost. It's going to be an oval. That's what we're going to do, an oval. We could do triangle teeth like we did last week for our love monster. Kind of looks like a vampire tooth. We can do a square, kind of like a regular tooth. Do a rectangle, similar to maybe a jack-o'-lantern sometimes. Let's see, you can even do a semicircle, a semi-oval, or any shape. That's a monster, all right. I like to color in between the teeth lightly using the black crayon. And I want to add a horn on top, like a narwhal or maybe even a unicorn. It kind of looks like a party hat. Add lines to it. You can add lines if you'd like. You can even add hair coming out. There's 2 different kinds of hair that I have. Your choice. Your monster, your creation. Now, hands coming out the side. First we need arms. So, I'm going to make macaroni noodle arm pointing up and pointing down. Circles on each. And ovals for fingers. Remember, you can make a lot of fingers. You can make a few fingers. I think I have about 4 fingers on each side. The last bit is going to be the feet. We did rectangle feet. We've done, which you could do again, we've done toes that were circles. These are ovals. They call that dinner roll feet. I think they look more like potatoes though. I'm going to add some lines on there, kind of makes it look like Adidas. Put a line underneath your monster to represent the horizon line. Now you can use your pencil to put in your name at the very bottom. I'm going to put in my email address so that you can send your colored pictures in. All right. Parents, please try to take a picture when you're done with this. Done coloring it in. Thank you very much. It's not important that you send it in unless you want the student to have their picture displayed on the website, and that's not going to be for another a few weeks. So you have plenty of time. Do not rush. Remember, art's for relaxing and for fun. I hope everyone had a great time. Have a wonderful week. Make sure you thank whoever has been helping you. I definitely appreciate your help. See you next time.